We are born in crisis, if you haven't noticed how we cry. But my life is in crisis. Even though it's in crisis, I'm going to afford to make a video on the covert narcissist. In general, kind of what we're dealing with, in case the kids need a refresher. There's two types of people on the planet, but there's the covert narcissist, who is the most dangerous. Pardon my squeaking chair. I'm going to make a video of me throwing it into the fireplace. Anyway, if I can get around to the short story here. Spoiled, rotten people, literally, just people who have been so cheated upon, say that their boundaries have been broken as a child, and it could happen in a flash, like I tried to explain about the no phenomenon, and then it's a constant no for people from there on out, because in their hyper learning modes somebody just slapped things out of their hands irresponsibly and said no all the time because they're living in fear of whatever reason that they think they know better than a child just getting on their feet anyway. um, Renders the child, after a while, if you can imagine, um, it just disenfranchises the person over and over and over. And here I am taking on this stance like, ugh, and there's some people probably watching this like, so what? You didn't get yours? And these types are waiting for other people to get shot down and then just laugh. Anyway, getting back to the way that it happens, that the core becomes more and more and more basically destroyed. But there's the rotten core that is there. It's just rotted out. It's hollowed out. It's probably not there at all. Like they say in narcissism, there is nobody there. No sense, no, no sense of self. Um, they have a false self that is on the outside. Getting to that, the covert narcissist, the people that have a rotten core. We could say now it's rotten because um, when you get in there, I mean, you can't. It's not capable of growing. It's not a chemistry where it's moving and going to give out life force. It's rotten. It's literally going to come at you with something rotten and mean. It's looking like that. That is if you penetrate their outer shell, which the worst out of the worst covert narcissists. This is an analogy that's fucking going on for fucking 3 minutes already yet. But this is the way it is, kids. You have people that have a shell that is perfectly, it's looking too perfect at times. You'll notice it's like a little bit put together too much. The eyebrows are maybe being painted on, excuse me, pardon me, but their outer shell is as fresh as a daisy. Nice, like I said, the nicey nice game it's like a number one thing, and there's a profession out there ran by fucking narcissists who that's you don't you just got to play nice or else you're not doing it right. And what am I saying? You have to be unreal. You have to cut down human emotion and don't even really be available there, and be cold as ice to pass, to gain recognition, to make it, to be nice. That's what nice is anyway. Getting back to babes, the rotted core of these people. When you get close enough to them, I mean, it won't take much as an empath. You'll see. I mean, red flags come up immediately. It's just they're strange. But there's that outer core, that outer shell that is perfectly fine, and everything about their daily life you could see is just they could be running organizations. They could, of course, doing all kinds of things, holding it together. You know, um, But and so they don't respect that if you can't do the same thing, you're not doing that. The game is that they're more superior, and they're even giving themselves entitlement, really to just stomp on you, to say, you're worthless, because why? Well, you're having a human moment. Maybe you don't agree with the way the world is put together. Maybe you see a different way. Maybe you're an artist. Maybe you're a human being, and they're just operating on their level of, okay. First of all, they have that destroyed core, so fear surrounds it. It's always a tiptoe around these people, regarding their fear. Like, you don't want to expose whatever it is. There are really good versions of the highly abused children who they they know, they'll let this is what happened to me. I was fucked up, and some of them may have brain damage, and they'll tell you, well, I have a little bit of that going on. And you can respect these people. They're really, really, you can admire them, more than your own self that isn't doing the work that they have done and had to go through. But still, when they're at that level, like Sam Vaknin says, it's like, well, they probably went and got therapy by then. Unfortunately, it's too late. And when they're diagnosed, it's definitely not going to change. And what they're telling you is like, take it or leave it. I'm going to fuck with you. And it'll, like, I'll have this conversation with you one minute, but I'll fucking gaslight everything. That's just my excuse. I just gave you an excuse to be this flaky fucking individual that will never really be there. And, some of them are just the most low-life users, but the covert narcissists aren't so much. These are the gift givers who are pulling your feathers out on the side, with um, their way of being emotionally disconnected. It's like they're not doing it on purpose. You're just going to have to deal with it. They are not going to make a connection with you, and it's vacating, it's desolating to a human being that knows, it's like, well, now we can move forward and expand with our association and chemistry or whatever. No, it's usually just a transactional thing, very cold, literally money.